What's up, y'all? I think we're 6 stream now, or 5 if you don't count the when we're just testing stuff, and then 4 if you don't count the one hour it's muted the whole time. But let's just count this as 6 actually. So, it's a nice day outside. I actually want to go out later. This is actually what I'm working on right now. At least on the computer. So what I'm trying to do is I gotta install these packages for wine so I can set this up. So I fixed one of the issues with this out of bounds. It was like 5 out of bounds before. It was this current right here, which is still here actually. So I think I showed this on the last stream. I just put those in one, and I fixed like 2 out of bounds. It was saying 5, and then it said start saying 2, and then I updated wine and it started saying 3. So now I think I just need to install some packages, and then we'll get rid of this, and I can actually open up FL Studio. So we'll try to do that on the stream maybe. Hopefully, that's my plan. So actually today, I was just out my family with my grandma and everything like that, just celebrating. I didn't try to get to all that, but besides just I didn't try to get to all the details. Just saw grandma that was nice today, and we just all talk. She was talking about like God and religion and the stuff I want. Like she was telling me, she's like, don't let anybody tell you to do something that you're not, or something like that. And I think it's just because I was in there time, just like because reading this. I'll be reading this. I'm gonna drop that. That's my fruit. And drop something else. Drop the stuff. My bad. Alright, let me go back to what I was reading. So I was reading this while I was there, at the table. Just because I'm trying to get this thing out of the way, I was just talking about computers and stuff like that, just stuff I've been learning. It's like recently I've just been talking to a lot of old people, a lot of old folks, kind of telling them where I'm at, and like where I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get an understanding, like where my mindset is, and young people's mindset is a little bit too. And sometimes, I know they mean well. They want us to be successful. Just like how you navigate somebody who's on some so large and as big as it is. So yeah. Sometime so basically I was trying to get back before, so basically we went out and we had lunch or anything like that, and I'm kind of sketchy on camping lunch at places just because what's going on basically in the world. But I try to get back before it's time for therapy. That's sign me up for because for money, and that's what we talked about. So today I guess I should talk about today therapy, and I mean therapy, but I go and everything like that. I don't think of it as a bad thing though, because I feel like everybody should. If you see my opinion, I think everybody should have therapy, or should have somebody to talk to, work things out with, and everything. Because so my parents think I don't know, something wrong with me mentally or whatever. I need to work out like mentally before I make any money or something like that. And I'm gonna take that, like I try not to take that personally. And obviously I know I need to make money and everything like that. And mature thing to do would just be to ask for, accept that it's free therapy. That's good. That's good for me. I'm all for freedom. So basically, I was talking to her, like, she's an older lady, it's kind of like I was talking to my grandma again, just a little bit, but just because she's older, she came from that older mindset a bit. She's trying, so I was just saying, like, to today's session we're talking about money, because that's what this whole all about. I was like, what's your talents? What do you do? Or what's your skill set? Like most, ask me stuff I've been people ask me. And I was like, oh well, I just gave all my skills from like music and everything. Y'all know. If you've been watching my stream, I just get even the music playing in the background. I get that from that. And so she's like, what you do with music? She's like, I just be playing every instrument. She's like, what you been like? Basically, I was talking about my last job and how I was like, I was watching. Basically, I was playing at churches and stuff like that, and I made money there. And then my first job was to wash the dishes. I was washing dishes at my job. And I got like, it's kind of like I was talking about like the race and everything like that, and like what I'd be doing with my life and stuff. So I'll be talking about. I'm a pretty open person, so I don't care. I'll say wherever wherever you say one place, I'll say it multiple places, just so I don't have to keep. Not multiple places. What I'm saying is I'm gonna be open about it. So basically, I don't have to keep having people ask me the same thing. So once it's out basically. But it's good to have. It's like a test run kind of like oh yeah, I said this here, so I can say this more clearly now. So I guess I say it more clearly now. So yeah, then I was explaining. I was at that place, washing dishes in front of other white coworkers and like that, and they were all cooking and stuff, and basically like just making a wage, trying to pay for this school, like pay for my life, because music, I was making music at the church, but that was minimum too, both were like minimum things that I was trying to get off my feet and everything. And she's like, yo, you're so talented, you got all these gifts and everything like that, so why are you working, why are you working here? I'm just like, yo, I gotta make money somehow. So and it kind of led to more things we're talking about, like with school and previous, like, so I started school, and even before then, like daycare and stuff, like I was just the only black kid in that daycare or something, and so most people just thought I was like weird or crazy or whatever, and then there's just this one kid. I remember it was third grade. There's one kid who's he's kind of cool. so everybody was like, oh, he's cool, and they saw I was cool. They thought I was funny too. Like instead of being, it was like I went from crazy to the funny guy. And so now, because I'm already working, I'm already in this entertainment business to begin with. Like so now he's funny guy. Be funny for a grade. Be funny for your marks. And I get tired of that. I start calling like the school system out for that stuff. Like I just started calling out things I saw as racist, because they were racist, and I started being more aware of those things. But also, because I was being so truthful about this stuff, it caused like, yeah, it did cause some trouble. Like people turned some heads, basically. People that didn't like what I was saying, were trying to shut me down. So they got like, basically, I got like, I didn't do anything like bad. It's just like kind of forced out of the school system. Like I get in trouble for like the worst thing I ever did in the school system. I would get in trouble with little stuff. Like I brought an orange. I had an orange at lunch, and I didn't eat it at the end of lunch, and I threw it in the air and caught it, and I got detention for that, and just like nobody else got detention for that stuff. And then it was just another time. I mean, I guess we were all kids basically, and we all just learning how to basically curse basically, and all my friends curse and everything like that, and then I say one bad word, I'm like suspended for that, and I mean I'm not saying like it was right or whatever, I guess they got rules or whatever, but it's just like I'm the only one that got stuff out of those rules, and that one small thing causes huge issue. So it's like, uh, it's like, uh, it, it's like it's like psychological more kind of like as soon as like the more I started saying like this stuff like that was happening. I guess what I'm saying is they were saying like what I was seeing is little like how like I'll call things out for racism and stuff like that, and it was really affecting me like big wise. So I was calling them out, but they made it felt that it was little stuff, but not as big. And so then they're saying it as like, oh, so we can just call him out for little stuff because he's calling us out for little stuff. It's like, nah, like that is like the little stuff I'm doing doesn't affect you largely. Like me throwing an orange up in the air, lunch doesn't affect you largely. But it's like because they were calling me out for those things, and so like y'all know, mom's teacher and whatever. So those little things, if I did, it's like it would reflect basically, like so it's like she would get mad at me for things I wasn't meaning to cause or anything like that. I was just trying to be a normal kid, just normal, So it's like and then after that, that kind of pushed me into that's it, like basically like they were charging us extra for me to be over there basically because just my opinions were trouble in their eyes. So I was over in more predominantly like black schools and stuff like that, and actually it was like more, for people like me and everything like that. It's just I grew up in a vanilla school. so like I mean I stuck out like a sore thumb before, and I still stuck out like a sore thumb, and because I was just like thinking like other people there, it's just smart. My grades weren't great or anything like that. So that's the first time I went to therapy. Like first time was for grades, and now it's for money. It's like and both times I wasn't trying to be a bad kid or anything, and really I was I was just upset because I didn't like even now it's just like a lot of stress to get grades, and then now it's like get money now. So it just and it just carried on. So it's like I've been going reverse and verse. So probably white school, probably black school, and it's like I had to work my way up, of course. Everywhere I go, work my way up. Just kind of like I said before, I was crazy then, and then I worked my way up to like funny guy and making good whatever, and then I was like loner. Everybody called me like a terrorist at my old school, and which is I was like, because I don't want to say that I don't want to let anything or show how anything affects me or anything like that, because I don't want that to be used against me or anything. But I just had a big book bag basically, so everybody thought I was like and I was quiet, so everybody thought I was like like trying to hurt anybody, but really I was just I was just really studious basically. I had a whole bunch of books in my backpack, and I would just read. So yeah, please don't what's it called? Please don't try to call me that. I'm just trying to be a nice guy. So but eventually I worked my way up to like my grades were, I was like the studious guy but that was getting bad grades, like and then at a certain point like it kind of worked. I kind of got my whole team together basically. I use technology and stuff like that to basically set up this whole function so we all passed basically. We all got through like and I made my grades better and people around me and stuff. I was at the top like by like senior year or something like that. It took me like years for me to get to the point, and but then I just had to it's like and then after graduating I had to go back and do that over again, go back to the white school again and do that same process, and it's just like like it's a repeated cycle that I want to go through. Like I'm just here for the music, you know, like, bro. um, but I think I was trying to maybe I should have mentioned that before um in my session, like that I was like the like because you're asking me like what my skills are and everything like that. I'm just like I I get all my skills from music, like the things like even the things I'm reading, I'm just reading what the music telling me to read or whatever. You know, I'm listening. I listen to things. I listen to when people tell me things. I listen to that and convert it into into song, into melody, and that reflects in whatever I do. So and I treated so that's how I got the set up the whole set up the whole like system with what's it called basically getting everybody through like underground railroad. That's kind of how it was. um, maybe I need. Is this good audio? I hope this is good audio. So yeah, that was all music then and even now. Um, I think whenever I say that, it's like hard. Like I realize that maybe it is how I'm explaining it because when I'm explaining to my dad, it's like the same thing. Like I'll say, "Oh yeah, it's music. Get me here," and he'd be like, "Oh, so what is it you do?" What music? And so I did the same thing here, and it was like, oh, the same conversation. Like so, maybe there's some kind of disconnect basically where it's like my art doesn't translate to it's marketing basically. Like what do you what basically the main question is what skills do you have that are marketable? And I'm just like I don't know. Like is music marketable? If it's not, then I don't really have marketable like even when I was going to school, like I explained this. She was like, "Dude, you're dropping bombs like crazy. Like I'm not trying to drop bombs. It's just like, yeah, I'm just trying to tell you how it is or how it was. Like, so I went to school for business and everything like that, and they just want me to sell drugs. You know, just wanted me to like it's like I was learning business and stuff like that, or I was supposed to be learning business, and I never did, you know, or was around drugs beforehand. Like, you know, you know, I have, you know, protection and stuff like that, like from those things, of course. But then I get there and it's like I'm the guy, you know, who makes music, who's in business. So it's like, and you know, in America, you know, what sells the most, basically, you know, it's like there's bad things, of course, you know, that sell like trafficking, like sexual trafficking, and even children and stuff like that. I'm talking this stuff, and like, I mean, like these things gotta be talked about. Like it has to be talked about somewhere. You know, whether YouTube, whatever. You know, it's real stuff. And also drugs. You know, drugs. All those things sell money. Like those things, like, people pay for those things. You know, the most. So it's like, you know, they see me like, oh, he's a gold mine, basically. Like still taking advantage of me. We're trying to. I'm not saying that. I wasn't trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that all drugs are bad or anything like that. Because some people use drugs as medicine. You know, like shoot. You know, we can be some good sometimes. Like at the end of the day, when a lot of stress, you know, goes on, and things like that. Just, you know, everything in moderation. Modern day everything in moderation. You know, it takes too much of anything. You know, it can be, you know, pretty bad. You know, I guess. You were thinking of applying that to music. I don't know. I never had too much music. It's never. I don't know. It just seems there. Like, so say this music wasn't playing right now. It just cut off. So I'll say this because I don't want y'all thinking I just need music. So, you know, this music's off right now. Just talking like that, but it's already played. Like I've already heard this. This is my music, by the way. I'm creating. I'm in sample. You know, it's sample. I'll talk about church in a little bit. So even though it's off, you know, it's like it's still going through my head right now. Like I'm still hearing this music like in my head or constantly. So it's not like it's just there is what I'm saying. And I don't ever see it as something that's. I don't see something as life that could be too much. Like you can't have too much life. As I see it. I see music as a life, as a source of my life, basically. Um, yeah. I mean, somebody could argue with me on that. I mean, I don't want to argue. Talk to me about that, like, or try to. But I don't think it's gonna be a way to convince me out of my life, basically. um, or actually, maybe I should say this. It's what my grandma said to me earlier today. Just like, no, don't let anybody else convince you or try to talk you out of who you are yourself, basically. You know. So yeah, I appreciate her for saying that. Um, where was that going at? Oh yeah, I'll just play music right now. So actually, what this does help me do, at least a little bit, is it helps me, helps me with memory, like remembering what I'm trying to say. I have a whole bunch of stuff going on right here. You see this, you see all this basically. So I looking at all this data and everything like that. Music helps me remember where I left off at, basically. So yeah, I was explaining to her about just basically my skills and everything. This is Ring Central. That's what I actually used to get on these calls. I was trying to get it on this operating system, which you can see. Actually, let me see if I try to take this off. Actually, I don't know what's going on here. So I couldn't get it set up on here. I was using my phone again, which was a pain in the butt, but it's okay. No, I can't quit it. Is there a way if I can let me see. That's what I have these for. Yeah. So this is pretty. I want to be careful with this too. Let me see if I can just pull it up. Okay. No, I can't do that. All right. Hopefully I don't mess this stuff up. So that actually takes. I didn't even kill it. I don't like killing. That's why I'm gonna be afraid. No, let me get rid of this. I'll figure out something, but I need to get rid of that somehow. Anyways, I was using that to get in the meeting, or trying to. Yeah, but I'd be open about it. Oh yeah, basically I was saying she said I'm dropping bombs because I was saying about selling stuff. I don't want to sell, like and then later on, like towards the end of the session, I was like, bro, they're really trying to kill me, because like that's how I view it. Like I'm not trying to exaggerate anything that happened. Like really, like literally, like just it's like every day. Like I'm seeing I'm getting an email about like some guy that they're looking for some guy that looks smack dab like me. Like every guy they'll always send an email every day. They'll be like, we're looking for this guy. If you see him, turn him in. And I'm just like, and people actually come to me and turn me in. If you've seen Drake and Josh, and remember the theater thug, like it's like that. Like people thinking I'm the theater thug. And I'm like, I'm not the guy. I'm just the guy makes music. And even then, like I can't be the only one that's going through it. Like other people that look like me, just like always have a target on your back. Just all the time. That's what I mean when it made it hard for me to leave my dorm room, like most times, because it just be dangerous. People looking at me like, and cops just like follow me like, no. So that's what I mean. And it's just like every day that I went through it, it just kept getting more dangerous. Because more, it was just like more hits at, like more stuff. Yeah. So I just feel like I explained a little bit of that. Yeah, like more kind of like that, like the terrorist thing. Like I'm not even a terrorist, bro. bro. I'm just a guy trying to live his life. Yeah. So I guess now I'm more after that, like after I talking about sometimes when I talk about this stuff, like it, like I'm talking about some deep stuff, I be going through. So it's not like I be trying to like talk like all up in detail and stuff like that, because it's hard to talk about sometimes some stuff. So people be like, "Whoa, you dropped that?" I'm just like, "Yeah, bro, I could drop so much stuff." Well, not drop so much, but just like I could. There's so much I could talk about. Yes. Yeah. But at the same time, because people next up be like, "Oh, dude." I'm not even saying like anybody say this, but if it start coming out, you should like sue or something like that. No, bruh. You seen South Park? That's when you sue. But what I mean for real though is like, if I sue a school or sue anybody or anything like that, it's like it affects suing always affects other parties. It always like I'll be affecting my friends, by the way. Like that's the money that I would take. The money I would get from that, like they say reparations and stuff. The money I would get from that would be money I'm taking, like that's going away from other people. Like they're just gonna cut funding for everything else. It's like I'm not trying to cut nobody's funding. I'm just trying, bro. Like not be the bad guy. Like the yeah, like clear my name. Like clear my damn name. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I mean by that. Like, because, and even my uncles and my dad. I actually explained. Yesterday was so cool, because my uncle and dad were here. Because I know my uncle would be like, he be seeing me some stuff I say, and he'd be like, "Dude, what the fuck is this dude?" Like, because he be saying like real, bro, And same with my dad, they won't like say it like up front. So they would like come speak to me basically. We were just talking about hip hop, Well, first we were talking about what's going on with Roll, everything. And I know they got a sense like, because I know what's going on, but it's like I'm in here, with seeing it like everywhere else. Like because I'm trying protection, like protecting other people and myself too, But I'm hearing it from them, and everything like that. It's just some stuff I hear, like I know about, but it's just like so much stuff happened that I need more information to recall like all this stuff. And then the music started playing. I'm just like, oh yeah, this did happen, yeah. Yep. And then because the music's playing, I'm like, oh, I like the music, and I find it funny whenever I can just say something small about music and it just gets everybody talking about it. So it was so cool. Like I just said I like this song, and my dad and my uncle just going off like yo, I remember back when we were younger, usually my uncle took dad to a concert. He was like, yo, we went to this concert. I mean, we saw. You just say it like they say we saw DMX, and I pray for him, You saw DMX, you saw like. I'm not saying that, I can't recall exactly what they said. We're just talking about old dirty bastard, DMX, you're seeing like I'm trying to name everybody, or not. I'm not gonna be able to drop everybody's name. It's all gonna come to me eventually, basically. But basically they were shouting out like about a bunch of people, like hip hop hit, they hip hop hits, people like they grow up with and everything. It was just cool hearing that, like, because like it was like all connected basically. Like they were like, yeah, Dr. Dre and the Doc. I was trying to say the Doc because they were saying the Doc, and I was like, I was saying like beat producers are like doctors, they're therapists, bro, like me, in a sense, and he was like saying, no, that's not what I mean by Doc. I'm just like, yeah, I know, it's just kind of my interpretation, that's all. But I know Doc and Dr. Dre are two different people though. What's it called? He's saying the connection basically, and even everybody in WNA, they were just kids smart as me, like they were educated, and they came like from like where I'm kind of from too. Like like same Kanye and all of them. Like like I'm not. We ain't saying we're like shit poor basically, but we still go through some stuff. That's all. And like basically the connections to what I meant to say, like Dr. Dre, and then Dr. Dre to Eminem, and then Eminem to Kendrick, and and you're saying Kendrick to Anderson .Paak, which I can see the similarities definitely, and Anderson, that's my last name, bro. So it's like everything in music connects, everything in life connects. It's art form. So yes, it's nice, just hearing all that, and I be trying to get them to like, come on, bro, you gotta respect these female, like these, when I shit female, like just these lady arts. I'm gonna call them lady arts. So I ain't gonna like, I'm not trying. This year thing, I'm in the kind of, and just like, I mean like, I'm in music, so I can't be talking bad about these people like a lot, just cause not I can't, but it's just like, I think all music should be appreciated. Like, the more I get into it, the more I realize, the more I've, started seeing that, I feel like I was being a little too, when I was younger, I'd be a little too childish. I'd be like, kind of be like more of a reviewer-ish, because I was watching reviews and stuff. So I was like just being a little bit careless and everything. But now I care more about, artists and, how they create their art and stuff like that. So, appreciate lady artists, and they do. It's just like the newer ones, it's that stubborn I Melly said basically. But it's getting around though. Like most times, because when older people talk, I just be listening, bro. Because they just got a lot of shit they want to share. They just want to pass the torch, basically. They just want to make sure that what they hearing, we hear some of it, basically. Like it's not getting lost, basically. It ain't getting lost with me. It's like, even if I don't recall the specific artist, which I don't a lot of times, like I said, numbers and data and stuff like that. So I don't, like, people say an artist to me, and I sometimes I can't even pronounce the artist because the way I found out about the artist is by reading them, not by hearing somebody say the name or something like that. I just listen to the music, so but it just sticks with me. The music that came with it stick with me. So it's already in the library, basically. As soon as I hear the name, it's in the library somewhere. It's just I'm gonna search it and find it, or the algorithm gonna do it for me, basically. How the algorithm works. If you know the algorithm, you know everything I'm talking about. Probably a little bit more than me, because I'm learning the algorithm. Got to for streaming and stuff like this. And Twitter, most definitely. It took me like a year to learn that thing. Or not even that long, really. It took me some time, and then I realized, that's how I met a lot of a lot of people, even my girl, like just they knew me before I even knew them, just because I was, I ain't really like. We just know algorithm in a different way. Well, now I think I'm like. I be into it just because it's part of my job. I be developing. I'm a developer for Twitter, so that's part of what I do. But like they knew algorithm, like how it worked before I was really into it. We like spying a little bit, but as sometimes I like to say, just in this internet age, we're kind of all like a little bit spy of each other. Just don't invade somebody's privacy, really. Like don't. There's just something like, yeah, like if it says locked, don't go through that. But this is public. What I'm saying is public. Just and even my screen right now, I'm freaking screen casting this whole thing. I'm just saying, don't fuck up my files and stuff, because that'll be invasion. Actually, I be talking. Sometimes I be talking so fast, or not fast, but I be covering a lot more points than I think I do until I finish what I'm saying. And I cover like a whole bunch of stuff that I mean to say. That's cool though. And yeah, I would say I'm about halfway done with this thing now. I'm about halfway. Really just trying to get this through. Yeah. So basically, what my therapist was like saying, she was like, I'm gonna send you what's it called? See, I don't even know what shit is called really, because it's just like what is this? One of those tests where like it basically help you find a job. I took it before basically in multiple times in school and stuff like that. She was asking if I ever had a counselor to help me with finding a job or something like that, and I was like, yeah, well, like what kind, like, cause my dad be doing that, everybody be doing that around, like this one, man, you're doing that, so, and then like my like I said, therapist when 13, and then he was like, they all helping me with that, is what I'm saying, so, I was just a little bit confused in that, but I mean, I kind of get what she was getting at, like, is anybody helping you? It's like, yeah, but how you help somebody like me? So she was whatever those tests are, where they try to figure out what you're good at, basically. And she was like, I'm gonna send that to you, and you do that, and we'll talk about it or something. It's just like, I mean, I think she kind of gets it more than my parents sending me here that my music is like important to me, basically, like I need to have that going on while anything that anybody else is making me do to, well, not making me, making me do to get, nobody's making me do anything. Nobody's making me do anything. That's why I need to get that and be from my chest, basically. it's all a suggestion, but suggesting me to live, basically, because these things that people want me to do, like, basically what I'm saying is, do music, have music going on while this other thing is making me money, basically, to pay for, then go back and pay for the music that I'm already doing, or the music that I'm doing now, or yeah. That's what I mean. But it's just as it's like everything I do is through the music and stuff. It's like I do a lot of things, and it's just the music. I make a lot of music. More music I'm making, the more everything I'm making. Even things I don't even have to even touch, for real. It's just that magic, like I was talking about last time. But yeah, I think I also one of the people I met a new musician today. When I was to visit my grandma, like people that keep the place up and everything like that. He was a musician. He had a bro. He was cool. Because he was showing me his stuff, like his tat, and he was like, "Yeah, I play bass." I'm like, "Bro, I bet you do. You look like you do. You look like you play bass, bro." Because you should tell, bro. And so he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm a producer, bro." He's like, "Yeah, I got 2 songs I'm working on." I'm just like, "All right, send them over, basically." But I think my grandma might have the connection or something. I don't know. It's funny, like get music connections from. But it all helps. I'll take music from anywhere, bro. That's my thing. So she was like, I don't know if you can handle it or something like that. I'm like, bro, this is all I do. I be sitting here and cooking. Well, right now, this is me cooking right now. This is how I'm cooking right now, and then I can get to the actual playing on piano for y'all and playing everything on Mr. Sheen. So I don't even know if I even showed you. I can't show you right now. But yeah, just basically making actual, turning these numbers into chords and stuff. Um, I'll leave off of here actually. I'm not sure which tab it was that I was trying to run this one. Like I said, I just don't want to be here being like just main thing really. I didn't even say this yet, because I know how data works and everything like that. Like even the stuff I said in the ring meeting, it's like y'all already know because the data already got out. But I just want to be appreciated for what I do already, really. Or yeah, that's why I started streaming. Just because, you know, I gotta show some. Basically, I have to have something to show, and this is something to show. This is something right here to show. I'm showing this. So I maybe I'm not saying, I'm not trying to say like, I know appreciation comes over time, but this is time right here. This time I'm giving. And I have to have at least. I'm not saying I'm begging for appreciation. I'm just saying I have to have at least some of that or something in some form to do what I do. Like if people tell me I'm not shit or something like that, or that like I'm not worthless, or I'm not doing anything here or something like that. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to be like believe in yourself and everything like that. But if there's people close to you, the people that you care about, then it's like, yeah, you gotta. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. I think I'm given. I think I'm given, and I want to give more. Of course, just want to keep giving. Want to stream my givings. Stream by stream, I mean, have the ability to continue with that. Like when I'm before working. I was also washing dishes. I washed dishes first, and then I started cooking. So I did move up a little bit, but I was still being paid the same amount. So, and I was just getting more workload. You know how this works. So it was like I was washing dishes first. Making, like I said, it was minimum wage. 10.10, which is in 10.10 here. And so then I started cooking, but still 10.10. And then I started teaching, hiring other people, and I was teaching them, but still 10.10 basically. So it's like I'm manager position, getting 10.10. And that's the problem. Like they think nowadays, like I'll be telling a girl this too, like given like manager positions, because I feel like a lot of the stuff I be going through or went through, I be seeing it go through my friends too a little bit. Like give you manager positions, like you're handling this thing, but that's not gonna really work out because it's just a title. Like, it's like I was doing like it's like the man. It's like the boss makes just as much as the employee, which is good. But at the point, there shouldn't be no boss. It should just be we're all peers. We're all working with each other. Promoting somebody over somebody else is a mistake. It's just a mistake to basically feed jealousy. It's like be like, haha, I got this, and then basically what's happening is somebody gonna figure out how to take it from you somehow. So yeah, everybody just has their own thing everybody has their own thing that they're good at and that they like. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do. I have this thing that I like and I'm good at, but I gotta, when did it become where when you like something and you're good at something, that means it's nothing? That means it's some. That means. And when did nothing mean? When did nothing mean nothing? When did nothing mean? Nothing is something. Like I should explain that more, and I will, because people are gonna be like, what? I mean, if you love doing something, that's that's all. Like that's all that matters. You loving what you do. And I placed last time. Actually, so I was a little bit tired. Actually, I was like halfway asleep. I should tell y'all. So I have a little bit of trouble sleeping just because it's getting better. Actually, it's getting a lot better because the sun helps. The sun helps. It's been helping. But all like stressing for this stuff to work out. Yeah, it's just like keep me up a little bit. Cause I be thinking, I be really calculating stuff, like, trying to figure out. Even though it's like the stuff I be calculating, it come back to it'll come back to zero. It's like, to me, zero is like that's neutral. But zero in this world is like, moving basically. I wonder if zero moves. If zero can move. I'm gonna think on that. And that's not that's something my personal thinking about. But I'm just the one. I'm the one, and then the one, like one person, basically me, and then zero is moving around. Moving around me, moving around one, and then we're all like one being, one unconsciousness, So yeah, I was just saying sun helps and everything. So but after like the session and everything like that, I just crashed basically. Like I say crash. What I mean that is I just took a little bit of a nap. That's all, just to think about things, to take a nap, think. So like I was just sitting there thinking for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I just woke up and got on. Well, I mean, I was just around social media and everything like that. You know how it is. And then I got on here basically. So I'm kind of like freshly awake right now. And now after this stream, I feel like it's nice to just go outside, really, just get some sun, probably play some flute maybe or something. Read this, a little bit. That's what I've been basically doing. That's my kind of schedule now. Like I be getting up, start reading. I get on stream a little bit, stream this, and then I go outside. I be practicing and stretching, and I actually past couple of days I've been noticing, like my hands, especially around this area, that's building a muscle right here. I know y'all notice, bro. I just noticed it myself. My muscles are kind of building in there because I be standing on my hands and stuff, trying to get my hands stand better. Did I mention last stream that my girl got me this? What's it called? Yeah, because I be praying basically for her, because she be working hard as me. All my friends do really. But yeah, but I was like, she deserves a break. How you manifest things and everything like that. I be thinking stuff that I be thinking. The things I manifest, I manifest those things for other people. So I was like, yeah, she needed a vacation or something. So just as long as she being safe and everything like that. So I just sent her on vacation. Not sent her. I didn't send her. I didn't mean that. I just mean like, I don't got the money to get her over there, but I just got the mind to. So yeah. And I'm just glad she got me this, because I like wearing things and stuff like that. I didn't ask, is what I'm saying. I just got it, and I appreciate it. It's cool. Puerto Rico. I hope this eraser doesn't like break off. Listen, if it does break off, I'm fine with it, because I just like the wristband. And I also need to tighten it somehow. That's what somebody was saying. I think my mom was saying that. I was like, how do I tighten it? It's already tight. I tightened it in the car on the way. As soon as I got it. Honesty, yeah. It's just all honesty right here. You think I'm like Man, it's not even like I don't know. Yeah, I ain't trying to run my mouth, but you know, Malcolm, Malcolm is he's I got my voice, and I don't want my voice. You ain't gonna silence my voice, you know. This is my voice. You know, I think some things I actually do call out as racist, and I don't think it's wrong for me to say that. Is just have my voice silenced, like by even speaking out on racism. Like, you gonna stop me from saying what my beliefs. You know, it's like I ain't say no. I ain't even when I say things are racist. I don't say no names. I just say what the institution or what the group was, basically. The group was doing this. I ain't say this person. So, you know, like I said, I ain't trying to get nobody hurt, nobody families hurt. But if your family is associated with hurting me, you know, I gotta protect myself. But you know, or maybe what I mean is I need to all this stuff speaking protect myself. That's what I mean. That's all I mean. Yeah, I'm trying to go back on that at all. I do mean that. It's for the things that I do. So it's like I gotta do a lot to do that. Cause I got a lot of dreams. Dreams for people. I wish people. I wish people didn't fight me on trying to make things better for everybody. Work with me on that, basically. Work with me. Please work with me on that. I like what I just I don't know if I said it before, but I actually do go back on my streams, yo. Like I just be not on. I mean, when I have the time, of course. It's really good therapy. It really is. Like I be going to my streams, and then just listening to what I just said. Even what I said like maybe a couple hours ago, and it's like, oh, okay. And then I'll figure out more things, you know. Like I'll be sitting here. One of my streams, I was just sitting here reading, and I couldn't really hear what I was saying. But I just looked at myself reading, and it just encouraged me to read more, or it encouraged me to keep going. Basically, this keeps me going because it's streaming. Streaming. The demons need me. Not my boss need my son. Need. What's the matter? The son. No, you know what's the matter? What's the matter? I need him. I need him. What's the matter? What's the meeting? Son of a wrong Bob. What's the matter? What's the meeting? Man, I can't wait till I find my carver, bro. So I can carve this instrument into better tuning. I ain't too pressed for it though right now. Cause I got other stuff I gotta do, or other stuff I want to do, other stuff I need to do. But yeah, overall, I mean, I feel like it's like the shoot. I don't like how switches flip, basically. Like before I was at school, you know, hanging around younger peers, even older people actually I take that. I had younger peers I talked to and just like engage with. But now I'm like here just talking to older people I engage with. It would be nice if here's the thing is how I view society and everything. Like you got old people, young people together. People are gonna say something about because there's a gap basically, and basically this whole world like is kind of like around. Don't take this the wrong way. I mean like this world is based on sex, basically. I mean that by gender wise, and just like how we live and everything like that. So it's like how you separate that when you have just age differences and everything like that. I don't want anybody, like any of my friends being harassed by somebody older than them who has like more power, I mean like financially, like most times it's financial. That's what I mean. Like a lot of my friends, like they deal with stuff like where like an older person has more money than them, so they can just take advantage of them and be like, hey, I'll give you this if give something up, basically. And it's wrong, even that's even people come to me about, because I would consider myself a little attractive. No, but for real, like that's something I gotta watch out for, and a lot of my friends have to watch out for, that especially so when I have it in schools like that, with professors and even people that are not even like professors, just on campus, the weirdos on campus, just to mess with little kids or mess with developing adults. It's weird. So like what I'm saying is, it's like it'd be so fun to get knowledge from like older people and stuff like that. Just not everything else that comes with like no, please no abuse. Like no, yeah. Like it would be cool if we had like a world where I could basically. I said this in one song. Be like, man, I was just trying to fuck with my friends, and have like. Shoot, like old people know that's going on, but y'all you deal with each other basically, and just feed knowledge basically. Feed knowledge, and we all feed each other. We can all feed knowledge to each other, really. That's why I kind of like learn that a little bit, because it's like a soft barrier to that. But then again, it can still happen there too. I mean physically, because there can be stuff that goes on the internet too. It's like you need to have filters to stop like that, basically, like older people telling young people, or even young people telling older people, it's just like it has to, like that has to be like something that's consensual and clean. That's how I see it. Yeah, but for real, I like all people, basically. Like all kinds of people. I think there's ways going about associating, and there's more. You do most like all the sexual stuff, whatever. That's with people your age group, basically. That's what I mean. Because anytime it goes out the other side, there's always a power imbalance or something like that. It starts getting weird or whatever. I mean, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion right now, really. Yeah, I'm music, man. So, yeah, I think I think I'm coming close to the end, because I never run out of things I want to say, but it's like I just want to give. There's sometimes I just want to give y'all what I want to give y'all. I got like it's like kind of subject matter I want to talk about. I gotta name my title, So that take every time I don't want to go off too much. That's what I was saying to my therapist. I was like, yo, I'm not trying to overwhelm you, really. I'm just trying to talk. I feel like I'd be overwhelmed people when I talk and stuff. So yeah, and that's my main thing I was gonna say. So yeah, with finding this work and this and stuff like that, it's like I was like, where would I find something that's not? It's like I'm already at the place. That's how I feel. Where would I find something that fits, that meets my needs, find that that fits with all that I can do, and it's like I'll be challenged. Like the main thing is so say like it's like sometimes things can be so hard that it's not a challenge. Sometimes they're so easy that it's not a challenge, So like I get that in the school bit, it's not balanced kind of thing. Like I'll be in class, it'd be like I could do this like I mentioned spreadsheet instant like I'm doing these spreadsheets, stuff like that, and that's hard because I got ADHD or anything like that, and and I gotta focus on these spreadsheets or whatever. But it's not like hard work. Like it's not meaningful to like. What I'm saying is I don't feel like I'm. Basically, what I'm saying is I learned that spreadsheets just ain't like. I be doing spreadsheets in a totally different way than this. Like, oh shoot, I should show you. Like this whole thing is a spreadsheet right now. so it's like I'm working outside like my skills. My skills are graded. It's not even graded or lesser than this. It's just not this. Like this is something. Sometimes I've already done this thing, and it's like it's like when I'm creating music. So I'll write a whole passage. And even all the songs I write, I cannot write these things again. I can't. It takes more for me to write a song over again than just write it the first time, because I had to, I'm not thinking when I'm writing. I just do it basically. Same thing with a spreadsheet. I'm just doing that. Yeah. So I couldn't, if he's like they want like. You think marketable is really just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm not good at that. I can't just repeat things over and again. I'm good I can be consistent, like I can consistently make good music, but I can't repeat the same song. Even if I'm playing in a concert, it's always going to sound different. And so yeah, same with school. I can't I keep getting better in my own way. I always see myself as getting better. There is no like nobody can tell me I don't know. Any regression that somebody sees in me, I take that as information or anything like that. It's more like, okay, if you see me as regressing in this area, how am I going to turn this regression into progression? Or how am I going to turn, I'm going to give you an example. So, because I'm here and everything like that, I be stuttering a little bit more. Like I said, I be stuttering a little bit more. Than I did, probably like a year ago when I was at school and stuff like that. Because I was more confident then, I was just basically talking myself up in front of, my peers. but here it's like my parents know what I'm doing. I should just say my mom and my dad and my sister and everybody here that I love already know how great I am. That it's like, yeah, it's just Malcolm basically. So I mean, I'm not saying that makes me less. That is what makes me less confident. What makes me less confident is when it's saying like, oh, like basically when I'm doing the thing and I'm doing, it's not enough. So I get confident like when that happens, when I feel like it's not enough, even though I know it's completely enough. There's nothing. I don't know if there's any such thing as enough. It's just keep going. Things just keep going actually. Because I feel like if I start saying that would be easily taken advantage of. I don't want that to happen. So I need to work that process out in that moment. So basically, what I'm saying is, I just cutting me off basically. Like I be getting cut off my that is then my speech starts to stutter a bit, and that could be seen as like regression. So because of that, because I'm being cut off and I'm stuttering more, that leaves me time to think more, and like instead of like basically think more and gather my thoughts, so that and my solution before to that, or what I was thinking recently, is just to think all these thoughts and then just like blah, 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 blah. But then if I do that, then people are gonna be like then they're gonna be the ones stuttering. So it's not a balance that way. Only balanced way is just by like I said, with music. I was telling my therapist, she's like, you seem calmer now. And it's like, yeah, the music's turned up a bit more. It sure is, but yeah. So that's my solution. How are you gonna get out of here? Music. Oh man. All you can say after what I say is like, oh Malcolm. That's what people say to me. Oh Malcolm. But really they're just saying, oh me. Because we all thinking the same thing. We're all thinking the same thing in the middle. I was gonna say in the end, but not really. Just in the middle. In the center. Just spinning. Just spinning. I cannot start crossing the line. That's the matter. Well, fine for the same for the ready. Fine for the niggas right there. And the beginners of the evangelist. What did I say I was gonna do live stream again? I did say I was gonna work on this. I don't wanna lie to y'all. I just sometimes forgetting a little bit. Not forgetting, but I'd be like, I'm gonna get to this next stream, and then I only do that part of the thing like 2 seconds. So all I did was do this. This is the whole stream. Right, and show you what I've been working on. But this is help right here, because y'all can see at least and be like, oh, you actually have to do this and this. So, where did I even live up last time? I think I'm gonna do this off stream actually now. I just wanted to show you where I'm at right now. So that's good at least. All right. Oh shoot, I also need to fix my name. I think my name is still Spring Plan. I want to change these names every time. I don't even know what this name is gonna be when I upload this. I'll probably figure out this 15 minutes or so. But I want to end it now. Yeah. Let's end it now. I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow or something like that. I think I'm gonna do these tomorrow. Maybe. I say tomorrow. Just whenever this gets done, basically, because this is a want apparently. This is a need. This is another need. All right, I'm out. Malcolm, modern day Malcolm.